Hi, I'm Don, and this is the Hobbyist Geek. Welcome back, y'all! Today we are continuing with the Moo model IDW Tarn build. Last time around we got his legs together, and well, they came out nice. As I mentioned in the last one, I think the proportions are a little bit off. The legs look a little stubby, and we really kind of ran into some difficulties with the thighs, but you can check out part 1 to hear all about that. Today's goal is to get the arms complete, and if time permits, hopefully we'll get the cannon assembled as well. I really hope we're able to get it all done, but that's enough talking out of me. Let's just get some parts out here and get to the build.
Everything is not enough. Really hard by the ocean. None of those white hot sands. Where every sunrise is just for you. So come along and take my hand.
Okay, so here we are at the end of part 2 of this build. And, I mean, these look quite nice. We've got his arms, we've got his cannon. There's still quite a few odd things, though, that we'll get into here. For example, these treads, okay? Very soft metal, but I don't know if you can see, but there's, some play in there because of the lack of support. There's like nothing behind them, so you got to be very delicate when you're handling it in this area. Also, based on the product images on the box, looks like these arms can only go one way. They're only going to fit the way they were intended to fit, which makes me wonder why we've got magnets to hold them in place. It's a little odd. And then on this hand, you can see there's this giant gap in his hand right here. And that is actually for the cannon, where, here we go. One of these little puppies will just situate itself within that cavity, and boom, that's it. Now, there's no magnet, there's no hook, there's nothing there to hold it in place. So it's really just kind of balanced in the hand there. And I don't know how stable that's going to be. We'll find out, I guess, when we get everything together. But when it's not on, then you've got this hand grasping at air and a giant hole in it. So, yeah, just things like that. It doesn't make sense to me. But let's go ahead, let's take a look here. First off, we do have these really, really nice tank treads. These are really nice. I like these. And aside from the hands and the forearm armor here, which I'll show you in a minute, these are identical. Okay. The silver metal here also very, very, very soft. Thought it was going to break. I managed to get through it without, but it was touch and go there for a little bit. The forearm itself is just this purple. There's not a whole lot to it. You do have a little bit of gold venting down in here, little gold piston work. Obviously you've got your cylinder for the elbow. The back of the bicep here, or I guess tricep, you've got these nice little black pieces that kind of stand out, give it a little extra depth, which is nice. You do have all of this wonderful detail, but all of this is going to be inside. So I don't know how much of this is going to show once it's assembled. On the outside, you do have this great gold venting piece right here. Of course, the pink cylinder on the shoulder. You got this, kind of bland black area for the wrist. And then you've got the hand. The hand is, in this case, an open grasping thing, and it's like a perfect circle. It really kind of looks weird like this. It does. On the left hand, you have fist, which is a little more normal. The fingers are not individually assembled, so it's all just a brick. Oh, and the magnet is kind of powerful. There we go. And then there's these little accessories here. Okay, I didn't even know about this. Without them on, you've got these little spurs here on the elbow, which are nice, and this 3D element here, which I kind of like. This, there's not a lot to it. It does have the copyright on it. Let's see, here we go. It does have the copyright on it. A little bit of detail. It's actually a little different than the one on this arm, which this one also comes off, but you can see this has like, I don't know if those are supposed to be missile tubes or lasers or what. And it's got this little rounded bit here. But other than that, they fit onto the arm in an identical fashion. And they do obviously come off, so you can use them or not as you choose. Getting them back on is a bit of a pain. There's a little groove here for the elbow spurs. but getting it to fit just right so there's no real gapping or anything takes a little bit of effort. They are attached with 2 magnets, in both, 2 in each. And this actually has 2 of the larger magnets as well. And you can tell that because of the way this is angled, you know, the arm here will be in an outward position, whereas the way this one's angled, it'll be hanging a little bit lower. Now for his cannon. As you can see, there seems to be a bit of a bend to it, and there's nothing I can do to straighten it out. I have tried a dozen different techniques. Nothing is getting this thing to go straight and true and stay that way. A lot of this metal is really soft too. There were a number of times where I was terrified this thing was going to bust. You know, have some sort of breakage somewhere within it. Particularly in this purple area right up in here, you can see there's a seam there. And that's actually an intentional seam. That's where one of the tabs hook in. But I thought for sure there was going to be a breakage there, and there wasn't. Inside the barrel, there's nothing in there. It's just plain silver. So I think, you know, adding some red or something inside there would have been pretty cool. On this end, nothing much, just a little cap. But you do have all these gold highlights throughout, these little 3D elements that kind of pop off. I'm not entirely sure what the handle is. I mean, this could be the handle, or this could be the handle. It's really difficult to tell because they're off center. And I gotta tell you, I'm not sure. I've never seen him hold this in the comics. I've never read the comics, so I'm assuming that this would be to assist with the aim. You know, that's part of the sights, which would make this one the handle and this, I don't know, maybe the magazine. But whatever the case might be, I mean, you've got this nice gold pop out here, and this purple inset element is actually quite nice once you've actually got it assembled. But the cannon itself, I mean, it looks nice. It's just, you know, soft, a little flexible, can't get it to go true, and really, really big. I mean, I'm pretty sure this cannon's actually going to be bigger than the figure itself once it's fully assembled. So there's that too. So, you know, the build is coming along well. It's not horribly difficult to put together or anything like that. It's just got some odd design choices, and maybe it's because I don't have any attachment to this particular character, but I'm finding it to be a little more on the bland side, a little less exciting to build. But like I said, that may be my personal bias since I don't have a connection with this character like I do with the other Transformers, particularly the G1 series. But I like where we are so far. All we've got is the torso and head left. So I think we'll call it for today. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Have a great day.